And changes to funding at the federal level have affected nonprofit organizations across the country, including here in Colorado.
In fact, a nonprofit in Brighton was forced to shut down a program because of funding cuts. Denver 7 received this email from a viewer sharing concerns about that organization's ability to serve the community. Now, the viewer worries that other services may be at risk.
Denver 7's Lauren Lennon sat down with a family who has relied on these services and shares what's next for the organization and the community.
Nearly 2 years ago, Amanda Lowry and her family moved to Colorado.
We initially arrived, we were sleeping in a tent. We did that in 3 feet of snow.
Her family has been experiencing homelessness for 4 years.
Then our life was turned upside down.
But things finally started looking up after they were connected with the nonprofit Almost Home, an organization Lowry credits for getting her and her family one step closer to finding a place to call home. But the resources that Lowry and her family received to get back on their feet could soon dry up for others. Jessica Fiddler, the executive director of Almost Home, says changes to their funding will impact the resources they are able to provide to families like Lowry's.
This mother and daughter, and they were in our emergency shelter, and so their sign reads, "Thanks to Almost Home, we have shelter." So it's heart-wrenching when you think about the people who want to access our resources and that we might not be able to provide those resources. We are no longer receiving certain types of funding that drastically impacted our budget. We have been receiving for several years TANF funding, which is temporary assistance for needy families.
For fiscal year 2025, the organization received $1 million. For fiscal year 2026, that number not even close to $1 million.
We have been notified that we will receive a total of $290,000 from July 1st to December 31st of 2025, and then after that, TANF funding will no longer be allocated to Almost Home,
forcing the organization to reduce staff hours, and make pay cuts.
We did away with our family services program. That program provided resources for students in school and their families, those who are experiencing housing instability or homelessness. We're looking at the future of our emergency shelter here in Brighton that does serve all of Adams County. There have to be other resources out there, and we'll find them.
In Brighton, Lauren Lennon, Denver 7.
Denver 7 reached out to Adams County about this. They say those TANF reserves are nearly depleted, and new state requirements have increased how much we dedicate to core statutory TANF benefits like basic cash assistance. So the county says they value Almost Home and are working closely with partners to ensure that the families can still access direct cash assistance and other resources.